boy, oh boy, oh boy. I have a lot on my mind, and the Philadelphia 76ers have been heavy on my mind. Not from Philly, not even close. Got family in Philly, got family that are Philadelphia 76ers fans. But that's not why we're here. We are here basically to say that the Sixers next season, bruh, they have a lot to ponder and think about. Because, okay, you had rookie sensation Jared McCain, who I thought was a stud. You know, I thought he was, he's cold-blooded. He's going to be a major part of the Sixers' future. And he's going to be the future starting two-guard in Philly. I've already said that. And he had an unfortunate meniscus injury that's going to keep him out the rest of the year. That was sad because Sassy Jordan was killing. All right. So next, you bring in you bring in Paul George. 5 years, $212 million. This fool do more podcast episodes than games. You understand what I'm saying? So that's not good. 5 years and $212 million. That is a lot of money, cuz. That's a lot of money. Shee. Then you give Joel Embiid like a 3-year, $195 million extension. They said on the last year of that contract, that nigga is gonna make $70 million fucking dollars. And now, these motherfuckers in Philly, I really hope this story ain't true. Because I've read a couple of stories, and they're saying that they're trying to do a procedure which would partially break Joel Embiid's hip in order for his meniscus in his knee to function at a decent level. Why the fuck would you go through all that? Look, man, I understand that Joel Embiid got pride. We all got pride as men. Okay, we all got pride. No matter what the situation, we all got pride. I know Joel Embiid does not want to let the city of Philly down. Unfortunately, throughout his career, he has. Multiple occasions. You know, they've been unable to make it to an Eastern Conference Finals, right? And, you could just see him in his last few games, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker like, Every time that nigga walk, he wincing in pain. And it's fucked up to see. Don't get it twisted, Philly fans. Y'all have Joel Embiid does hold himself accountable. He doesn't run from the truth. He knows he's fucked up. He knows that he hasn't necessarily played to his full potential. He gets that. This is also a former MVP. And the Sixers organization is trying to do everything possible to reap the benefits of all of the money that they paid him to keep him on the court, when you could just simply fix everything that's wrong with Joel Embiid, right? Just simply fix everything that's wrong with dude, and then go into next year with a healthy Joel Embiid. This is why Philly lost against the Knicks last year. I thought for sure Philly was going to come back from down 3-1 and win that series. Call me crazy. But I was wrong. But you're wasting away Tyrese Maxey, who is more than capable of being a number one option for this team. You wasted Oubre's time when he could have went to another team. You wasted Gershon Yabusele, who came to Philly to win a championship. You wasted Caleb Martin. They traded Caleb for Quentin Grimes, my bad. But y'all know what I mean, bro. And then Kyle Lowry, Eric Gordon, and Andre Drummond came over there to win a title. They didn't come over here to be a lottery team. You would have thought with all of those vets and alongside Embiid, Maxey, and George, they were going to make a playoff run. But these dudes are struggling to make the play-in, dog. And it's sad. It's sad that Paul George is a shell of himself. He's been a shell of himself, but he's shown flashes. Like, Paul George has had a great career. But unfortunately, what we have seen in this season is a mockery of basketball. And it's a fucking joke. And it's awful that Philly fans have to suffer through this. Now, if you put me in Daryl Morey's position, no homo, pause, right? This is the first thing I would do. Next season, I'm looking for a taker for Embiid's contract. I'm getting rid of him. I'm putting him on the trade block immediately. And I am going to get role players for Joel Embiid and a first-round pick and maybe multiple seconds, right? I would settle for, I would like really take, on paper, some would say, oh, Daryl Morey got played. No, the fuck he didn't. You want to know why? You want to know why? Well, I'll tell you why. If they could get that Embiid contract off the books, it's a win for the Sixers automatically, no matter what their record is the next season over, because it's going to be a whole different team. Then, one of those lottery teams in the Eastern Conference or the Western Conference would probably gladly take Joel Embiid and fix this motherfucker and get him back right. I would trade that motherfucker. Utah, Charlotte. I would say Charlotte. Charlotte would be the perfect place. I'd go get that Mark Williams kid. I would go get, I don't know, man. Whoever the fuck got a contract that nobody want in Charlotte. I'd go get a couple more role players. I'm sure that Charlotte can amass that contract. I think that trading Embiid to go alongside LaMelo Ball, put him alongside another injury-prone motherfucker. Let them deal with that. Because they have the contract. They have the cap space to absorb that contract. Then, Paul George. I'd trade him to another team like Utah to buy out the contract. Danny Ainge, good for that. Washington. Because Kevin Durant has expressed that he wants to play for Washington one day. Hell, put Paul George over there. Or put Embiid over there in Washington. Therefore, you would have Middleton, Smart, and Embiid, and Jordan Poole. And then all they got to do is add KD, and bam. You got a nice little team over there in Washington now. Now you got a playoff team. So those were the first two, I would try to get, obviously, role players to go alongside Maxey that fits the way that Maxey does shit. Because this shit is not working. In the great words of Lauryn Hill, it ain't working, it ain't working. Because it ain't. And Philly has to do their best to try to get rid of those horrible contracts. Because those contracts are a joke. And Daryl Morey, if that don't work, then Daryl Morey is a fired motherfucker. But yeah, if they don't get rid of Embiid and Paul George contracts by the beginning of next season, they're in for, more bullshit in their future. And their future will be stunted by, those bad contracts. But this is King No NBA and Music Talk. I'm gone.